What would it mean with Syndergaard specifically just to get back out on a big league field after 2 years off?
Yeah, it'd mean a ton. He's worked so incredibly hard to put himself in a good position to pitch this year. And unfortunately, he's had, some setbacks, which happen from time to time when you have surgery and such. But he's actually going to start Game 2 tonight, so we'll get to see him in action tonight, assuming that the rain can hold off a little bit.
Yeah, that's great. So when you've got a guy like this who's obviously not going to give you too many innings, I mean, what are you specifically looking for, especially when he says he's not going to throw any breaking pitches or anything just yet?
Yeah, I think just fastball command, and then he's got to sequence really well because he's only got two pitches essentially. He's got the four seam and the sinker and the changeup, so really three. And he's got to command well. Just the lack of the slider being there, kind of puts him in a box a little bit, and so he's got to be a little more creative with how he, when he goes in, where he throws the changeup, those types of things. So just command and effort and intent, and that's what we'll be looking for in that first inning.
From a pure evaluation perspective, is there much that you can actually discern here from him in the last week regarding health, regarding, really anything? Or is it more about, for him, again, the mental side of just kind of getting over that hump and being back here?
Yeah, I think it's probably both. For him, the mental side. For us, just seeing him out there. I haven't got to see him pitch
Right.
in my 2 years here, and so I'm excited because I get to watch him. I get to watch him compete, and it's really difficult to get. Even with the type of talent that Noah is, it's still very difficult to get back and pitch in a major league game. So if nothing else, that's a huge accomplishment, and kind of validates all of his work and everything that he's done over the last 18 months since he's had surgery.
Marcus Stroman has stepped up, been your most consistent starter, pitched like an ace. What have you learned about him this year?
I didn't really learn much more than what I knew about him. Obviously we didn't get to work together last year in competition. We worked together during the COVID stoppage and during summer camp and stuff like that. But his ability to understand where his body is in space is impeccable. His ability to learn new pitches and absorb things from guys on our team, or just watching the other team and what the other pitchers are doing, and absorb that and put it on his game almost instantaneously. That's what's made him be able to go out and do the things that he's able to do, and been able to be a very consistent starter for his entire career without plus velocity.
So what the heck got into Aaron Loup this year?
Loopy. I think he's just so consistent. He's consistent with his workload. He's consistent with his mental preparation and how he approaches life, as just kind of free and easy. He doesn't ever get sped up. So you throw him in a game where it's bases loaded, no outs, and it's just like him starting an inning, or he's throwing to his kids in his backyard. So we didn't do anything magical with him. Pretty much has thrown the same this year as he did last year in Tampa. Early in the season, Louis did a good job of, kind of isolating him more against lefties and maybe righties towards the bottom of the lineup, and that he's navigated those sequences very well, and so kind of earned the trust of Louis against the righties a little more. And we see in the second half, we'll throw him in any situation and get any righty out. You got the double play against Real Muto the other night. That one comes to mind. And he's just been rock solid from an on-field performance perspective, and also as a leader in the bullpen.
Has he shared his Busch Lights at all with you?
No comment. No comment.
All right, we'll finish up with the guy that usually finishes up, Edwin Diaz. I know there were a couple things that you wanted to work on with him in spring training. As you look back on this season as a whole, how would you evaluate, how far do you think he's come with what you guys wanted to see?
Yeah, the lulls have been short. So whenever he has either he's blown a save or he's given up a few runs, it hasn't been prolonged stretches. And I think going back to what we talked about with the experience piece, what he experienced in 2019, giving up the home runs and the blown saves and fans' reactions and those types of things, that's helped shape him last year and going into this year. The stuff is elite. And it's all about command and getting ahead. And if he does that, it's over. It's where he can get into trouble is if he gets behind. But like he's an elite reliever, and he's had another tremendous season, and not without lulls. Like everyone has lulls, but he's been rock solid.
Jeremy, I really appreciate you spending this much time with us, and have a great final week here.
Thank you. Thanks, Steve.